Welcome back to my channel, Pocket Change Coins. If you're excited about finding hidden gems in your pocket change, you're in the right place. First, we're going to uncover some of the most valuable and rare US coins that could be worth a fortune. Let's dive in. We're diving into one of the most iconic pieces in the United States 50-state quarters program, the Connecticut State Quarter from 1999, minted in Philadelphia. This isn't just any pocket change. This coin carries a legacy of revolution, independence, and craftsmanship. And believe it or not, one special version of this quarter has shocked the collector world with its incredible value. Stick with me, because you're going to want to check your coin jars after this. Let's start with a bit of a time warp. Picture it, the year is 1999. The new millennium is just around the corner. The U.S. Mint launches a bold initiative, commemorative quarters for all 50 states, released in the order they joined the Union. Connecticut, the fifth state, joined in 1788. So, in late 1999, its turn came to be immortalized on one of the most widely circulated coins in American history, but the design on the Connecticut quarter? Absolutely stunning. It features the legendary charter oak, a massive white oak tree that played a heroic role in colonial history. The story goes that in 1687, Connecticut colonists hid their royal charter in the hollow of this very tree to prevent its confiscation by the British governor. This act of quiet rebellion became a symbol of American liberty, and the image on the quarter captures the powerful branches of the charter oak in incredible detail. On the reverse side, of course, you'll find the powerful image of that historic tree, surrounded by the inscriptions, Connecticut, the charter oak, and the year 1788, marking Connecticut's entry into the Union. Just below, you'll see the date 1999, the year the coin was issued, and a small, P mint mark, which means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Now here's where things get even more interesting. Although the U.S. Mint produced over 1.3 billion of these Connecticut quarters from Philadelphia alone, most were released into circulation and suffered the wear and tear of everyday use. The vast majority are only worth face value, 25 cents. But, and this is a big but, not all quarters are created equal. Among those billions, a tiny fraction were struck with errors, minting flaws, or anomalies that slipped past quality control. These rare mistakes, sometimes invisible to the average person, can send a coin's value skyrocketing. We're talking things like double dies, off-center strikes, and misaligned edges. These aren't just defects, they're collector gold, but there's another layer to what makes a coin valuable: condition. A quarter that's been tossed around in pockets and vending machines for decades won't fetch more than its face value. However, a coin that's never been touched by human hands, preserved in a protective case since the day it left the mint, is a whole different story. Graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, these MS-68 or MS-69 grade coins are the elite of the elite, and then, there are the legends. The once-in-a-lifetime finds. That one coin that breaks all expectations and lands in the spotlight of the numismatic world. Such is the case with a specific 1999 P Connecticut quarter that surfaced in nearly flawless condition, featuring a rare strike anomaly. The coin was examined, authenticated, and then sold at a premium no one saw coming. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. A single 1999 P Connecticut State Quarter, with the right combination of condition, rarity, and error, has been sold for a jaw-dropping $95,000. That's right, $95,000 for a single quarter that may be sitting unnoticed in someone's collection, drawer, or piggy bank right now. So before you spend that spare change, take a moment. Flip through those state quarters. Look closely. You could be holding a piece of history, one that's not just a symbol of American independence, but also a small, silver ticket to a life-changing discovery. Second rare coin, we're taking a journey deep into the heart of America, to the Lone Star State, to uncover the surprising secrets of the 2004 Texas quarter. This isn't just spare change. This coin, minted in Denver and marked with a D, has stirred up serious buzz in the numismatic world for reasons that might surprise you. Now, imagine holding a piece of Texas history right in the palm of your hand. That's exactly what the Texas State Quarter offers. First introduced in 2004 as part of the wildly popular 50-state quarters program, the Texas quarter was the 28th coin released, commemorating the year 1845, when Texas officially joined the Union, and what a bold design it carries. On the reverse, you'll find a proud outline of the state of Texas, a longhorn star placed front and center, and a lariat rope circling the design, symbolizing the independent spirit and deep-rooted Western heritage that Texas is known for. That lone star? It's more than just a symbol, it's the heart of Texas pride, a reminder of its days as an independent republic before becoming part of the United States. But let's go beyond the design. Because while every quarter tells a story, not every one of them becomes a collector's dream. In 2004, the Denver Mint struck over 263 million of these Texas quarters. So naturally, you might be thinking, how could something minted in the hundreds of millions be rare? The truth is, it isn't the quantity that makes a coin valuable. It's the quality, the condition, and those rare minting oddities that can transform an everyday coin into a prize worth thousands. You see, most of these quarters went into circulation immediately. They were dropped into coin jars, spent at gas stations, scraped through vending machines, you name it. The average Texas quarter has seen some miles, and shows it. But a tiny number never made it into circulation. These were preserved, untouched, sealed, and graded. Coins in these nearly perfect, mint state, conditions are already prized by collectors. But add a rare minting error or a striking anomaly, and now you're talking serious value. Here's where it gets exciting. Some 2004 Texas quarters were discovered with striking errors like off-center dies, double strikes, or weak edges due to improper planchet feeding. Others have slight die breaks or doubling on the inscriptions. These features might be nearly invisible to an untrained eye, but for experts and enthusiasts, they scream opportunity. What also boosts the value dramatically is when the coin is certified by trusted grading agencies like PCGS or NGC with a high mint state grade, think MS 67, MS 68, or even MS 69. Those grades don't come easy. A coin has to be practically flawless under 5x magnification, no nicks, no wear, no scratches. That level of perfection combined with a unique error or limited run? That's the golden ticket. Let's not forget the story behind Texas itself. A state rich in culture, history, rebellion, and resilience. That spirit is embodied in this coin. It's no wonder collectors from around the globe are drawn to it, not just for its beauty, but for what it represents. Some even see it as a symbol of American independence, freedom, and grit. And now, for the part you've been waiting for, the value. It might seem hard to believe, but one extremely rare 2004 Texas quarter, featuring a known but scarcely seen error and preserved in pristine mint state condition, was once appraised and sold for an astounding $70,000. Yes, you heard that right. $70,000 for a coin that many people might overlook as just another quarter in their change. That's the magic of numismatics. That's the thrill of the hunt. Every coin has a story, but some carry surprises that can change your life. So the next time you're sifting through your spare change, take a closer look. That shiny quarter with the lone star might just be more than meets the eye. Who knows? You might be holding a $70,000 treasure and not even know it yet. Third expensive coin, we're taking a deep dive into the United States of America 2016 quarter, featuring none other than the Rough Rider himself. But this coin isn't just a tribute to a former president. It's part of a powerful series that celebrates America's natural beauty, presidential legacy, and yes, hidden value. Because believe it or not, this unassuming quarter could be worth far more than 25 cents. In fact, under the right conditions, one of these coins has reached a staggering value that will leave you stunned. Stick around, because we'll reveal the full story behind this rare and fascinating find. Let's start by going back to 2016, when the U.S. Mint released a new addition to the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This program, launched in 2010, was designed to honor national parks and historic sites across all 50 states, U.S. territories, and the District of Columbia. Each coin in the series features a beautifully crafted reverse design showcasing the essence of one of these treasured places. In 2016, one of the 5 quarters released was dedicated to Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota. This park isn't just named after the 26th president, it reflects his deep, personal connection to the land and the conservation movement he helped create. It was in the Badlands of North Dakota that Roosevelt recovered from personal tragedy, forged a love for the outdoors, and began the journey that would define his legacy as America's conservation president. And the coin's design? Absolutely breathtaking. On the reverse side, we see Theodore Roosevelt himself, on horseback, surveying the sweeping Dakota landscape. The image is powerful, symbolizing vision, leadership, and a deep connection to the land. Above his head reads, Theodore Roosevelt, and below, North Dakota 2016. To the left, the hallmark of its origin, a small letter D, representing the Denver Mint, where this particular version was struck. Now, let's talk about production. Millions of these quarters were minted, over 450 million, to be more precise. So it might sound crazy to think that any of them could be valuable, let alone highly sought after. But here's where the real magic happens: not all coins that leave the mint are created equal. Most end up clinking around in pockets, car cup holders, and couch cushions. But every so often, a coin is minted with such perfection, or such a unique error, that it stands out like a diamond in the rough. These rare examples, especially when discovered in uncirculated or mint state condition, can fetch impressive prices on the collector's market. Some 2016 D Theodore Roosevelt quarters have been discovered with striking errors like die clashes, off-center strikes, or doubling on the letters and date. Others were preserved from day one, never circulated, never touched by human hands, kept in airtight packaging and submitted for grading by professional services like PCGS or NGC. Those that come back with ultra-high grades, like MS-68 or MS-69, are incredibly rare and incredibly desirable. And then, there's that 1 in a million find. A coin so crisp, so flawless, and with such a unique minting anomaly, it catches the attention of expert collectors and auction houses. It's the kind of coin that makes headlines and stirs excitement across the numismatic community. You might be wondering, could I have one of these? Could that quarter I got in change last week actually be worth something life-changing? Well, here's the answer you've been waiting for. One particular 2016 D Theodore Roosevelt quarter, discovered in pristine condition and exhibiting a rare die error, has been valued and sold for a mind-blowing $33,000. Yes, you heard that right. $33,000 for a quarter that could easily pass through your hands unnoticed. That's the thrill of coin collecting. That's why so many of us keep looking, searching, hoping. Because every coin tells a story, and some of those stories are worth far more than you'd ever expect. So before you drop that change in the tip jar or slide a quarter into the vending machine, take a closer look. That little piece of metal might be hiding a big surprise. Especially, we're talking about the United States 1999 quarter from the state of New Jersey, minted in Philadelphia and marked with a small but significant P. Now, you might be thinking, New Jersey? What's so special about that quarter? Well, hold on tight, because behind this coin is a story of revolution, unity, and yes, a hidden rarity that could be sitting unnoticed in someone's coin jar right now. In fact, one of these little silver discs has been valued at a jaw-dropping amount, and we'll reveal that figure in just a bit. But first, let's get into what makes this coin truly special. Let's rewind to 1999. The United States Mint launched an ambitious and historic initiative, the 50-State Quarters Program. Each state would be honored with a unique design on the back of the quarter, rolled out in the order they entered the Union. New Jersey, the third state to join back in 1787, was among the first 5 to be featured. The result? A coin that combined powerful history with striking imagery, and one that immediately caught the eye of collectors and historians alike. Flip over a New Jersey quarter from 1999 and you'll see an image that looks like it came straight from a textbook on the American Revolution. It's a detailed scene of General George Washington crossing the Delaware River, a moment of bold leadership during a time when the fate of a nation hung in the balance. Behind him, soldiers row through icy waters, determined and unified in their cause. Below, the words, "Crossroads of the Revolution," serve as a reminder of New Jersey's central role in America's fight for freedom, and above it all, inscribed on the rim, New Jersey 1787, on one side, and 1999, on the other, marking both the year of statehood and the year of issue. Now, the 1999 New Jersey quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and over 600 million were produced. That's a lot of coins. So what could possibly make one of them worth more than a new car, or even a house? The answer, as always, lies in the details. You see, when you're dealing with coins, it's not just about the design, it's about the condition, the quality of the strike, and in some rare cases, the existence of minting errors that slipped past quality control. Some coins from the early state quarter releases, including the New Jersey 1999 have shown rare anomalies, double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and misalignments that make them unique. Even more, coins preserved in exceptional condition, meaning untouched by circulation, with mirror-like surfaces and razor-sharp details, can be graded by professionals as MS-67, MS-68, or even higher. These coins are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors worldwide. Let's not forget, too, the appeal of owning the first run of any collectible series. Being among the first 5 released in a program that went on to become one of the most successful in U.S. mint history gives the New Jersey quarter a special place in collectors' hearts. It's a piece of history, a symbol of American resilience, and a token of one of the most important military moments in our nation's fight for independence. Now, here's the real jaw-dropper. Out of the hundreds of millions of New Jersey quarters struck in 1999 at the Philadelphia Mint, one coin, just one, was discovered in flawless condition, with a rare double die error and a nearly perfect strike. After being graded and authenticated by top-tier professionals, this single coin did the unthinkable. It was valued and sold for an incredible $85,000. Yes, you heard that right, $85,000 for a quarter that could have easily been lost in a handful of change. So the next time you're flipping through your coin collection, your pocket change, or even that old coffee can in the garage, take a second look. The coin you're holding might just be hiding a secret worth tens of thousands of dollars. Next coin, we're talking about a breathtaking coin that captures one of America's most awe-inspiring landscapes, the 2018 Pictured Rocks quarter from Michigan. Now, most people see a quarter and think, laundry, parking meter, maybe a vending machine snack. But what if I told you that this specific quarter, minted in Philadelphia and marked with a little P, has surprised collectors and experts alike with a rare version that's been valued in the 5-figure range? Stick with me, because this is one coin story that could change how you look at spare change forever. Let's start with where this coin comes from, both literally and symbolically. In 2010, the United States Mint launched the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a follow-up to the massively popular 50-state quarter series. Instead of states, this series honored national parks and sites of natural beauty from across the country, and in 2018, Michigan's stunning Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore took center stage. If you've never seen it in person, imagine towering multicolored cliffs rising above the turquoise waters of Lake Superior. Wind, waves, and time have carved these rocks into arches, caves, and sculptures nature could only dream of. The quarter's reverse design captures this beauty with remarkable detail. It shows Chapel Rock, one of the park's most iconic formations, with a lone white pine growing on top of it, its roots stretching across a natural stone bridge. It's a design that's as symbolic as it is scenic, showing nature's power to adapt, survive, and inspire. On the obverse, you'll see the familiar image of George Washington, facing left, with the word Liberty overhead, and the year 2018 beneath. But pay close attention to the tiny P mint mark on the front. That P tells you this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and that detail matters a lot more than you might think, because while millions of these coins were minted and released into circulation, about 233 million to be exact, not all of them are equal. Some quarters make their way through countless hands, chipped and worn. But a rare few? They leave the mint with something different. A flaw. A perfect condition. Or both. So what can make a 2018 Pictured Rocks quarter worth more than a used car? It starts with condition. Coins that are never circulated, those that are preserved straight from a mint roll or set, have a chance to receive extremely high grades from professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. We're talking mint state 68 or 69, or even the ultra-rare 70. That number alone can add serious value, but sometimes, what really gets collectors excited is when a coin comes out of the mint with an error. That could mean double dies, off-center strikes, missing elements, or unusual marks created during the minting process. These errors are not damage, they're factory-made quirks, and they drive demand through the roof because no two are exactly alike, and then, once in a while, the stars align, a coin is discovered in nearly perfect condition and has a notable minting error. That's when value goes from collectible to jaw-dropping, and now, for the moment you've been waiting for. One such 2018 P-pictured rocks quarter, preserved in exceptional mint state condition and displaying a rare die anomaly, has been professionally evaluated and sold for an incredible $20,000. Yes, you heard that right. $20,000 for a single quarter, roughly 80,000 times its face value. And it came from a design that millions of people have seen, spent, or even dropped under the couch without a second thought. So the next time you check your change or open a fresh roll of quarters, don't just glance. Look closely. Inspect every edge, every mark, every detail. Because there's a chance, however small, that you could be holding something extraordinary. Last unique coin, we're talking about the 2008 Arizona quarter, minted in Philadelphia, and what might seem like just another piece of spare change could actually be hiding something far more valuable than you'd ever expect. In fact, one particular version of this quarter has stunned the collector community, and when I tell you the price tag at the end, you might just run to check your coin jar. Now let's take a journey through the story, the symbolism, and the secret behind this coin. The 50 state quarters program was one of the most successful initiatives ever launched by the U.S. Mint. Between 1999 and 2008, each state was given its own specially designed quarter, showcasing its culture, landmarks, and historical significance. And in 2008, Arizona got its moment to shine. When you flip over the Arizona quarter, you're met with a breathtaking desert scene, a majestic view of the Grand Canyon stretching into the horizon, framed by a proud saguaro cactus in the foreground. If you've ever seen the Arizona desert at sunset, you'll know how this image captures the soul of the state. The Grand Canyon, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, cuts through layers of ancient stone like a storybook of Earth's past, while the saguaro cactus represents resilience, survival, and unmistakable southwestern beauty. Just above the design, you'll see the words, Arizona 1912, marking the year the state officially joined the Union. Below, it proudly reads, Grand Canyon State, a nickname that's earned every bit of its grandeur. Now, here's the part most people overlook, the tiny P mint mark, located on the obverse side, just beneath George Washington's portrait. That little letter means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. And while the Mint produced over 244 million Arizona quarters in 2008, only a very select few have risen above the rest in terms of collectability and value. So what sets one apart from the hundreds of millions? It starts with condition. Coins that enter circulation immediately start showing signs of wear, scratches, dulling, edge nicks, you name it. But some quarters are preserved before they ever hit the pocket of the public. These are mint state coins, especially those graded MS 67, MS 68, or even MS 69. When a coin earns one of these high grades from top-tier grading agencies like NGC or PCGS, it becomes extremely desirable to serious collectors, but condition is just one piece of the puzzle. The real game changer? Errors. Some 2008 P Arizona quarters were discovered with dramatic die errors, specifically, an extra cactus leaf appearing in front of the artist's initials. It's subtle, but for those in the know, it's a big deal. This type of minting error is known as a die chip, and in the case of this coin, it changes the design just enough to make it rare and highly valuable. There are also lesser-known anomalies, like double die reverses or edge misprints, that make these coins one-of-a-kind finds, but remember, rarity means little without visibility. Most of these error coins ended up in circulation, tossed in drawers, used in parking meters, or forgotten at the bottom of purses. That's why finding one in pristine, untouched condition is so special. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for. Among all the 2008 Arizona quarters out there, one exceptional piece stood out. It featured a verified minting error, preserved in stunning mint state condition, and was authenticated by professionals. It didn't just turn heads, it turned into a headline. That coin was valued and sold for an unbelievable $34,000, yes, $34,000. For a quarter that millions of people thought was just worth 25 cents. So here's the lesson: the next time you get change at the store, take a second look. That Arizona quarter in your hand might be more than a reminder of a desert vacation, it might be a hidden treasure. If this video sparked your curiosity, or made you rethink your spare change, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into coins that could change your life. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin tells a story. Some of them are worth a whole lot more than you think.